Hey everyone, so I'll be showing you how to make the potato wedges. So these are the two potatoes which have been peeled and then steamed for like 15 to 20 minutes until they are tender and cooked, not overly cooked. Hey everyone, so I'll be showing you how to make the potato wedges. So these are the two potatoes which have been peeled and then steamed for like 15 to 20 minutes until they are tender and cooked, not overly cooked. So I'll be slicing it and placing it on a baking tray with parchment paper. So all of you should remember that please buy a parchment paper that is unbleached and chlorine free. That is very important. So this is that kind of parchment paper. I get it from this brand. I'll slice it and show you how it looks. So if you see, I've cut them into this thin slices, not very thin, not too thick also. You can have like thick spud kind of slices or even thin slices. So the other way to do is, now here I've steamed the potatoes and I've sliced them into wedges. The other way to do is, you can slice them raw this way and straight away you can bake them or air fry them, depends on what kind of oven you have. The third method is where you have boiling water and you put raw fries, like raw cut potato fries, into that boiling water for 3 minutes, then immediately drain it, dry it, and then you bake it. So I'll show in the future how to do in those ways as well. So this is steamed potatoes cut into wedges and then it will be air fried. I'll show you how it works in my oven. So I have kept the potato wedges like this on a high rack because this is already cooked. We want this to be just roasted and crispy. So in this oven I have a halogen light over here. There's a light kind of thing which crisps the wedges. So what I do is, after this I close the door, and then we have something called as charcoal setting here. In many ovens you have convection mode or air fry mode. So you press this charcoal setting and then I straight away put it to the weight like 0.5 kgs and I start it. And yeah, one thing which all of you should remember is, when you're placing the wedges for air frying, space it out like this. Keep some amount of gap between all the potato wedges so it crispy, it gets crisped uniformly. Otherwise, it will get soggy. It won't crisp up uniformly. So maintain that space and try to keep the size as much uniform as possible, and then set the weight. In air fryer, you will have to set the temperature, I believe weight as well, and then roast it. So guys, this is the wedges. I removed it from the oven at 7th minute mark. I had set it at like 15 minutes 10 seconds. At 7th minute I have removed it, and now I'll flip it across. So at this point, if you want, you can add a bit of oil and just mix it up, or even in the beginning while baking you can add maybe like 1 or 2 drops of oil to bake it. That will crisp it even more. This is completely oil free, but you can add a bit of oil if necessary. So now I'll flip it and I'll roast it for another 2-3 minutes, after which I'll again flip it and roast it for another 2 minutes. So that's how it gets crispy all over. Yeah, so guys, if you see now, it's almost done. Some of the fries are not yet done, like these are like pretty much done. So I'll run it for another maybe 1.5 minutes and then the wedges will be ready. I'll show it to you when it's done. So yeah, the wedges are ready. This is like turned slightly more golden that I needed because the oven was running even before this for another dish, which is why it became slightly more golden. So what you can do now is I will add black salt on top of it. Just mix everything. I'll also add this tomato spice mix that's there in the recipe ebook. It gives a really nice tangy flavor, like Italian kind of flavor. So that tomato spice mix, black salt, mix everything together. And my son loves to have coconut nectar on top of it, so I'll drizzle that. Another combination that you can do is add in a lot of raw onions, spring onions, and have it. One more combination is you can add in the vinegar free ketchup from the recipe book and have it as well. Another thing that I want to mention is, since this is like steamed potato which is roasted, it will have that kind of slight soft texture in the center because it's cooked already. But if you make it like the raw potato straight away add fried, I think the texture will be different. And if you add oil and bake it again, the texture will be different. It will be more crispy. And another tip is, as soon as this is baked, you need to eat it immediately, otherwise it gets soggy. It's not like a deep fried French fries, so you need to eat it immediately. So my son is going to eat this wedges. I've put a lot of coconut nectar, black salt, and tomato spice mix. How is it?